Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you're well. As you can see, our aviary is taking shape. We've got lots of animals in here now, all running around like crazy. So what am I going to do first today? Let's get enrichment items down. So I need to do a whole load of species filtering to make sure I've got everything covered. And the only way I can do this, really, I think, is just by scrolling down, because I can't remember all the animals that I've put in here until I see them written in front of me. So we've got ostriches. We've got emus. I really hope I don't miss anyone. I didn't do flamingos. We have Indian peafowl. Oh, I've missed alpacas, haven't I? They were right at the start. There we go. Oh, hang on, let's get that right. There we go. Great, we've got a forage box. I was hoping we'd have that. What else have we got coming in? The swan. Oh, our first pig just arrived. That's good. We've got the crane. Obviously a lot of these use the same things, but that's fine. The cassowary, the chicken, the pig, and I think that's it. Excellent. Yeah, so we've got the forage pool, the mud bath, the forage box. Fantastic. We've got a real good selection of different things. So let's go with the forage box there. Now let's go with a mud bath over here. I might need to move that actually just a little bit further over so that I can manipulate the land around it a bit better. A forage pool, this is where the cranes and flamingos go, I believe. So it actually looks pretty good if you do it kind of hanging over the water. Something like that. Let's pop that in and see if it works. Ooh, a water pool as well. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever really done one of those before, but I like it. Let's get one of those. Let's just see what we got. We've got one there, one over there. Maybe, yeah, because you can't really. I want it things like this so that it's relatively close to where you can see it. So somewhere like that. Because obviously this area in the middle here is all quite far from the pathways, and it's always nice to have these things, I think, near the pathways. So again, actually I might get another one of these in here. Actually no, let's get a forage box in here. Great, so that's all the big things. Actually we've got the waterfall with the metal frame, the thing that I always want to put in water, but it isn't really designed for it. That could maybe go over the other side, encourage them over here. Don't mind that. That's kind of cool. And then the other ones are all relatively small, and they're all things. Oh, hang on, a beaver pool. No, that looks silly. Yeah, so the other things are all just ones that I'll just scatter around. Look at that, it's been used already, that's fantastic. Ooh, what's that in the water there? Oh, it's a swan. That's awesome. We have a swimming swan. That is what they do. So yeah, I'm just going to dot stuff around all over the place, basically. Some of them will probably get a bit lost in the undergrowth, but that's fine. That's what happens in a big enclosure like this. You just got to have so many of these things so that they're just scattered everywhere, and the animals will find them. Oh look, we've got an alpaca having a swim there as well. Fantastic. Let's get another ball feeder in here. Let's get actually no, the staff can't cross the water, so I won't put one over there. Get one in there. What else have we got? We've got one of these hanging feeders. Get one of these right by the entrance here. Maybe get one of these over here in the middle there. Lovely. Let's get a couple of these little herb scent markers down. Probably get one of these over this side like that. Let's get one there. You can't really have too many of all these things. Not when you've got this many different animals in here. Let's get a couple of these little mirror things. Looks like they're still taking animals to and from the vets as well, which is fine. Eventually they'll all be healthy. Oh, I've got to have a couple of rubber ducks in the water, haven't I? You can't not have rubber ducks. Here we go. And one more over here. Lovely. Let's get some rubbing pillars in. Let's get one of them right next to that little seating area. Let's get one over here as well. I don't like these rubbing trees. I don't think they look very good. These slow feeders look a bit odd as well, so I'm not really keen on them. I like the balls, as do the animals. Let's get them really spread out. What have we got? Just thinking of something I can put over in this corner. I think the staff should be able to get over there. But now I'm thinking about it, no they can't, can they? Because they can't cross. Oh look, they can walk around that edge bit actually, so that's quite cool. So they can get to here, but they can't get to there. So that's fine, I'll plonk that there. It's a good job I checked that actually, because obviously I'll put a forage feeder here, and they might not have been able to get there. The pigs apparently can swim. Oh no, the pigs, they walk across the edge, they can't swim. But they can walk across that edge to get over to there. So that's fine. I'm okay with that. They're using the habitat to its full extent, which is great. What was I doing? I was doing some beach balls, wasn't I? Let's get one down here. So there's plenty of entertainment for them. Let's get another one of these barrel feeders over here somewhere. There we go. Right, I'm pretty happy with all that now. I think bedding wise, I ought to put a good amount of bedding somewhere. I quite like the idea of having it kind of around the rocks. Just kind of encouraging them to be lying. Whoops. Around the rocks. Didn't really want to add that to that, but okay. I think that will look quite nice actually if you have all the animals sleeping around the rocks. I don't know how much they'll actually use them because it's not sheltered, is it? But I like to think that they might. Okay, there we go. So we've got some nice bedding down. I was going to do some terrain painting because this long grass is too much. I'm ruining the pathway. Okay, that's fine. There's not really an easy way of doing it, unfortunately. But yeah, I kind of want it grassy, but not long grass. So yeah, I'll come back in and do the pathway separately. I don't really mind on this side too much, but there we go, just get rid of that. So yeah, if I just come in and get the size down, and I can just redo these paths. I'll just do a little bit here at the entrance as well. I think that would be quite worn. And yeah, I just want it to look well trodden around the pathways. And there'd be other ways, other bits that look trodden as well. So I might do around the outside of the habitat because most animals patrol their borders. So around the outside of the habitat, they would just walk the perimeter. So I might just go around the edge and just do a bit of that. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. You just want it to look like the animals have been sort of walking all the way along the edge. And again, most of this will get completely hidden. Look at the staff guy walking up on there. He's got all this grass he could be walking on, and he's walking on the concrete edge. I'm just wondering if it's not floating, is it? No, I did sink it into the ground. Yeah. There we go. And just a little bit along here. Excellent. Okay, that's all looking good. What I just thought of something else I was going to do. Oh yes, the land. That was it. Terrain work around these things. It's never easy doing this, but I like to try and kind of bury the edges a bit and make these things blend in. I think it looks good. You can just hide those wooden edges and then just paint that out. Just make sure it's still usable. Yes, it is. Good, good. And I'll try and do it with all of them. Whoops, wrong thing. Looks like they're being used already, so that's good. And I'll tell you what I'll do with these ones. I might paint these a kind of a soily colour around the edge. Just to blend it in a little bit more. I really ought to just up the intensity a bit there. It's taken ages. There we go. It just blends that one in nicely, doesn't it? Right, what else did we have? So we got a forage box, a mud bath, and yeah, one more forage box over here. Oh, whoops. That'll teach me not to pay attention. There we go. And let's just flatten that bit, because that did not go well. There we go. Hide that. And a bit of painting. I think this will look really nice once you've got all the people walking around in it as well. There you go, excellent. Okay, so structure-wise, I think that's looking really nice. I can't think immediately of anything else I need to do before I start on vegetation. Oh, the waterfall, of course. There we go, waterfall. Right. So how am I going to do this? I'm pretty sure in here somewhere I did do a waterfall. Yeah, here we go. So this is my waterfall structure. I'll tell you what, let's take this outside to build this. Let's go right out here in the middle of nowhere. Okay, now hopefully I can, let's see actually if we get angle snap on. Hang on, let's just do that again. Right, we'll spin that round and make it that sort of width. I'm going to combine them and then make a bit of a square out of it, I think, like that. And then, because I want it to be a bit taller than this, so I think what I'll do, let's just see if I can duplicate that, take it down and then turn it oh, that's tricky. Hang on. One more. Yes. I think. Except I think each of these will need to just spread out, won't they? Okay, I can't quite see which one I'm highlighting there. Okay, that's that one. So that will need to go out to there. Oh, hang on, I've only moved one at a time there, haven't I? Silly me. They need to go together. Where's the other one? There it is. Oh dear. Just making things complicated for myself, really, aren't I? There we go, 2 at a time. Bring them out to there. Where are they? There we go. Bring them out to there. Yeah, that looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Right, and then I can kind of hopefully make it look like it's splashing on rocks. Something like this. Now, let's get rid of the angle snap. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Right, so that's too big for the top bit. So, yeah, obviously this is meant to look artificial. So it doesn't need to look realistic as such. The water can just be randomly sort of spurting out the top of it. I think it'll look fine. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I think it still needs... Luckily, I've still got a couple of these showing through where I don't want them, but actually it's quite handy because it means that I can burrow them and get a few more splashes going. Again, I don't want it to look symmetrical, so I don't need all of this to be covered, but there's a couple of sort of obvious little bits, I think, that look like they should have some extra splashes going on them. It looks quite nice like that, pouring right on the rocks. I feel like this edge over here, this side's missing a little bit. And this side definitely is. You have to be so careful that you put them in the right place, because it's very easy to accidentally get your dimensions completely wrong. I don't think I've got anything floating. There we go. That looks pretty cool. I quite like that. So that is one big thing now, I believe. I can just move the whole thing. So this will go in the middle here. So I could probably have a couple of these, really, couldn't I? I think they look pretty cool. Don't mind having a couple. No, I don't think they need to be over the water. I think they can just be soaking into the ground. Why not? I don't think I've really got room over here for any more. But yeah, a couple of them. Nice. Again, once you've got foliage around it, I think that will look cool. Kind of looks like a big artificial shower for the animals, doesn't it? Tell you what, I might just sink them a little bit in. There we go. It looks just like they're just really hitting the ground properly then. great. So, foliage. So I'm going to use something very similar to what I did over here. So I'm just going to come out and check what trees I used here. That's it, the Wimber tree. Because I love this combination here. So you've got a Wimber tree and you had, what was the red one? Why can't I select it? Was that a different thing? Oh, I just put them in individually. Okay. Yeah, so that and that. So let's just split that off. So yeah, this is my idea for certainly for this back area here, to get this back wall looking really nice and dense. So you almost see more foliage than you see rocks, is my thinking here. I think it worked well, and because it's next to that same area, for me it kind of makes sense to use the same thing so that it blends the two areas together. I might use some other different ones as well, but I think that combination worked well over there, so why not use it again? I will use it in here as well. Like that. Don't want it poking out too much over the pathways, so I'll have to be careful about that. Don't mind it coming out into the habitat because it's, you know, it's not like this back space is being used by the animals very much, so you can get away with it. I just love this. I just think it's such a simple technique, but it really just, it vegetates such a big area in such a simple way. And I just think it looks good as well. It's a way of making bushes out of trees, basically, isn't it? Right, and then I'll do it nice and thick on this corner here to kind of blend that in, and then I might even just continue it a bit along this edge. I think it would, yeah, it kind of works just having that fleshed out with the trees as well. Maybe a little bit on this side here. I'll decide what I'm doing across there at a different time. I think for now that's good. I think I'll use it around these bits of stone as well. Keep that same theme going because I think it works. I'm pretty sure I checked these before and they don't do anything with the traversable areas. I guess we'll find out, but I'm pretty confident. I certainly don't want to stop the animals from getting around. It helps tie the whole habitat together if you use the same theming all the way through it. Don't want anything showing through the pathway. I've got quite a nice big area here, so this is going to look nice, I think. Nice and bushy. There we go, something like that. Nice, starting to look good. So I think in my next zoo I'll probably use less of this sort of mass scale technique because it's going to be a much smaller zoo, so I shouldn't really need to do this kind of thing. But when you're building a massive zoo like this with all these massive habitats, it's kind of the only way of doing it, to be honest. Here we go. No, I'm not going to do that until I know how I'm hiding these buildings here. There we go, look at that, that's looking nice already, isn't it? Excellent. Now the question is, do I want the red in there as well? Actually, do you know what? I'm not. I'm just going to stick with the green. I don't think it needs more than that around the rocks. I think that's looking really nice already. So those are our bushes essentially. And then I think I'll just do a little bit around here. So I think some arrow wood around the base of here looks good. Oh, my little girl's just come in to see me. She's woken up from her nap already. Hello, Poppy. Daddy's just doing a recording. You look a bit confused. Do you want to say hello to people? She's nodding her head, but she can't really say hello yet. So. It's okay, Poppy. I'm nearly done. I'll just be a couple of minutes. She's just going to explore the study while I do this. The joys of having children, they just wander the house. She can open doors now, so she's more than capable of getting to every single room in the house, which is fine. I mean, we spent hours hiding everything that we don't want her to get to, so, you know. Right, I think that's looking good. Let's do the same around this one. There we go. I'll do some more bushes around those as well, I think. What else have we got here that might look good? Let's get some of the saltworts, I think, around the base. Now these guys do disrupt the traversable areas, I know, but I'm okay with that around the bottom. The animals have got plenty of space to walk around. Excellent, there's one. Let's do the same here. Right, what else does this need? I feel like it needs something. It needs a tree, actually. I think that's what it needs. It needs a nice tree growing out of it. My little girl is now gone. I think she's taken some crayons to go do some drawing. One day she might join me on a YouTube video. You never know. Let's have a look. Something like this could work if I get it in the right spot. Have it kind of growing out the side. That's probably a little bit too wonky. Maybe a bit more upright. Something like that, and then something different over here. I think ash trees is one that I will use. I'm just going to plonk an ash tree or two down to kind of remind myself of what trees I want to put in here. But I do want something else growing out of this this thing here. Ah, stranglewood. Is it stranglewood? Yeah. Is that going to be too big? Let's just hide it kind of in there, make it kind of come up out the side. Let's come out and have a look. What does that look like? I reckon I can get away with that. Yeah, that's looking good to me. So yeah, so tree wise, I want to do ash trees. So let's get some of these down. So it's going to be, I think, quite dense with trees probably, or relatively. You know, I don't want it looking crowded, but you do want quite a bit of foliage around. Ooh, my half hour is up. I should probably go and entertain my little girl now, shouldn't I? Anyway, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. I think we've made really good progress. I mean, look at this. This is looking like a proper habitat now, isn't it? It's crazy how easily it comes together at the end when you start doing all the foliage. Fantastic. Right, let's leave it there. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you didn't mind Poppy's little introduction. I will go and keep her entertained now, I promise. Not sure when I'll be able to have any more episodes out this week because I'm looking after Poppy for the whole day on Tuesday, which is my normal recording day. So probably not going to get any recording done at all really this week. I might get one more episode done Monday morning potentially. But yeah, so if there's a lack of videos this week, I apologise, but that's why. Oh, look at our little pigs just hanging out on the path. Let's leave it with the pigs, shall we? So there we go. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you want to leave me any comments, suggestions, ideas, or anything at all, please do write them down below. And if you've enjoyed the episode, please hit the like button as well. That really helps the channel out. And once more, thank you very much for your company, and I will see you again in the next episode. Until then, take care and goodbye for now.